What's up? It's time for more One Piece. This is episodes, and I haven't written it down yet, but I believe it's 650, 651, and 652. So, we are in the middle of, I'm looking at my notes, but we're in the middle still of some Colosseum battles. I believe now we should be getting into the final battle royale of like the preliminary round, I imagine. I don't exactly know how this tournament's structure is, but I think there's 4 blocks, I believe. And so we still have the block D to go, which should have Rebecca and Cavendish among others, I think. And then after that, I imagine Luffy, Bart, whoever won the first round, and I'm guessing Rebecca will go to whatever the final round is for Flare Fruit. But then who wins it? Fucking, I don't know. Like, I want to say Luffy, but I don't know. Because if he does win it, what does he do with the fruit? Or is it going to be one of those tournament arcs like... It's also kind of a trope in anime that tournament arcs don't get completed. Not every time, you know? I mean, there's stuff like the MHA Sports Festival and stuff, which actually just goes on, like the tournament kind of goes on off without a hitch. But there are a lot of tournaments in anime, I feel like, that get interrupted before the tournament's over. And I don't know if this is going to be one of them, but... I wouldn't be that surprised if that happened. Like, even if Luffy has a clear, you know, shot to victory, but his friends are in trouble when he finds out somehow and he goes to do that. Or, you know, like, there are some new players who are sort of watching the Colosseum battle right now. What if they just straight up jump in to try to kill Luffy in the middle of the tournament or something? I don't know. I have no idea. But I'm excited to jump into it. We also have, you know, the other stuff going on. They're setting up like a little war with the Tontado tribe, Tontada tribe. I don't know why I can never properly remember their name. I think it's something like that, Tontada. So setting up that little thing going on, and the rest of the Straw Hats are kind of getting together, and then also the Sunny is in danger because the art fruit lady is there doing some bullshit. So let's just jump into the episode. Make sure to support the video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing. And you can go to my Patreon account if you want the full-length reactions, and you can get the next 20 or so episodes on there right now in full-length version. So, I mean, you'll be on episode 670 or so. That's pretty cool. You'll be like... I don't know how long this arc is, actually, but I feel like you'll be coming towards the climax of the arc at that point. But I'm not sure. Anything else I want to talk about? I don't know. But make sure to support the video. Oh, and you can join my YouTube membership down below to get a week early on edited videos. That's also worth it. So go check that out. But without further ado, let's jump into episode 650 of One Piece. Woo! Wake up, wake up, wake up. Heartbeat. Okay, recap Rubik's. If you're new to this channel, this is the recap Rubik's Cube. It's a Rubik's Cube that I do while the recap is going on, and the goal is to beat the recap. And that is the cube complete. Alright, this episode is gonna be called the battle for oh my god. The battle for Block D is what I was trying to say. Ah, that's right. I forgot about that. I forgot he won Block A. Everyone likes Lucy. It's great. And now for Block D. No! 15 minutes is like 7 episodes. Don't you have a backup ring? Of course they don't have a backup ring. It's a fucking Colosseum. You see the one space they have. You're all surrounding it. Oh my gosh, Cavendish. Cabbage! Oh, that's Straw Hat's legacy to some people. is that he failed at the war. Oh! Big shots! Oh my god. He's calling him Luffy senpai. How often do we hear senpai in One Piece? Luffy was saved by a bolt of lightning. And Bart was there? Oh my god. Oh my god, I didn't expect this from Bart. A bolt of thunder? Is that a mistranslation? Or do I not know as much about weather as I think I do? Damn, so he's just a big fanboy. I didn't think this is what Bart's character was. 150 down is a lot though. Oh my gosh. What a twist. Oh my god. He's gonna snap the sword. Damn. Oh my god. So not what I expected. Oh my god, he's so starstruck. Oh no, he's gonna thank you because he fixed his head. He's bowing, I think. Yeah. Luffy just doesn't get a break. Oh my god, his character changed so much. Damn. Yes, Rebecca. Oh, you gonna listen in on a Blackbeard conversation? The snail's design is great. It's a big man himself. Oh shit. He's not. Luffy's gonna beat him. Oh, it's even more personal now. It already was personal for Luffy. Man, Rebecca is so skinny, it's insane. So determined until he sees a bit of food. He wants all of them. Oh, she empty out her bag for him? Oh my gosh. Oh, she's so nice. Nice. I wanted to see her without the helmet. I love the way the voice actress, like, she speaks so softly. It's very nice. Oh? Oh, she grew up very poor. Oh my god. That's fucking sad. Do what? To what? Kill him for the bounty? What? Is this real? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I think she was gonna do it. I thought it was gonna be a fake out. Oh my gosh. Okay. So what is it for the bounty? Is that what the plan is? He's just still eating or processing what just happened. Yeah, you already got it in his good books. I feel like this is a sort of scene that live action Luffy could really nail as well. He was always very good at you know, liking people who fed him thing. Jesus. So that was kind of my thought at the start of this arc, was I was talking about how it doesn't need to be, people don't need to die in these, you know? They're going out of their way to kill people, but that's part of it. Oh. Well, I mean, I wouldn't mind you getting it, Rebecca. Oh, there's a lot of shit going on. Look at little Rebecca. I wonder who Soldier is to her. Because he's a... Well, we can talk about it. So, Soldier, because we haven't found out who Soldier is to her yet, I don't think. But we did find out from Soldier that toys are people. He gives me the vibe, I think he's always given me the vibe of, like, either father or lover. Like, either father or protective lover. You know what I mean? But I think father to me makes the most sense. But yeah, I mean, so it would be that she, like, I wonder if she would know that, you know, like because she keeps calling him Soldier-san, right? So does she know that it's her, whoever he is, and feels, you know, that connection? Or is it like him as a toy was just so important to her that, like, she has this much love and respect, not even knowing what his relationship is to her? And I mean, he might not even have a relationship to her, but I'm assuming he does. I feel like it would almost be strange to deliver the Soldier being like, oh, we're people and we stay close to our families generally, that sort of information from a character, if the person that he was closest to was someone he didn't even know when he was alive. Like, it just feels like it'd be strange. It feels like, as a writing decision, you would particularly want Soldier to have, like, one of the most impactful stories from when he was a person to becoming a toy. So I feel like, I mean, father is my guess. But yeah, this was nice. Having an episode a little more based around Rebecca, getting to learn a bit more about her. I mean, so yeah, it does seem like she was trying to kill Luffy, but you know, at the same time, she hesitated for as long as she did because, you know, one, because it's the anime and it's gonna have slow pacing, but two, because she didn't want to do it. Like, she doesn't want to kill him, and she actually does like him, I believe. So And, you know, she didn't have to buy him food. Like, you could say, you know, she bought him food just to distract him or whatever, keep him occupied by the food. But, like, no, I think she bought him food because he wanted food. And she likes to see him happy. And almost, like, you know, it might also be, like, her own guilt. She's you know, like, making it a bit better by, like, oh, you know, I'm gonna buy you food because I know I'm gonna kill you soon and I feel terrible about that. So this is the least I can do for you. Man, it's interesting to me that for some people, Luffy's legacy is that's the guy who couldn't even save his brother at the war, right? Now, obviously, I feel like that's like a very small subsection of people that think that. Because, like, realistically, that war is so well known because it's, like, all of the Marine forces against all of Whitebeard's forces. Like, it was a huge war, and obviously not all of the forces, but it was a huge war, and it was extremely powerful and dangerous, and it's, like, it was a losing battle no matter what. So I feel like people in the universe would know, like, you know, it's unrealistic to expect him to have been able to save his brother from the Navy. And yet, there are always going to be people who are like, oh, that dude, he blah, blah, blah. Because people like to disparage other people constantly. I mean, there's so much negativity in this world. Like, that people always look for reasons to hate someone. Constantly. And I mean, I say this as someone who knows a lot of creators who like receive a lot of hate, and someone who myself receives hate, you know. I'm pretty lucky I don't get a massive amount of it, I would say, but I have in the past. I mean, I've done previous YouTube channels, some of which that were quite big, and would get a lot of hate on there, you know. It happens. And I've kind of, you know, grown up quite used to seeing that stuff. Not to say it never bothers me. It does. Like, it can bother me. Depending on how, you know, I guess it's one of those things where, like, something hurts more the more legitimate you find the criticism, I feel like. Like, if someone says something about the way you do things and you're like, yeah, that is actually something I'm self-conscious about, then yeah, like, it tends to be frustrating or whatever. But then, like, generally, if someone's, like, commenting hate comments and it's like, oh, this person who's writing this is, like, if I read it and I go, oh, that person is, like, they're just homophobic or something, you know, like, that's because, you know, I'll be talking in favor of LGBT rights in a video, and then someone will comment something, and I'm reading it and I'm like, oh, this is just a homophobe. Then it doesn't really upset me because I'm like, this is just, like, a moron. I don't need to listen to anything they're saying. But sometimes people will have, like, kind of legitimate points, but then put that in with, like, barbed stings, and the stings do hurt a little bit because I'm like, oh, they kind of have a point, but, you know, I still, you know, as soon as someone starts insulting me within a comment at any point, I don't listen to any of their criticisms, you know. Like, that's not the way to present them. So I don't want people to be like, oh, I have a criticism of him, let's see if I can hurt his feelings, because, like, basically that just means I'm not going to be listening to your opinion, because frankly, if you're out to, like, be rude to people who are just creating videos, you don't deserve to be listened to, honestly. Like, you don't deserve to have your opinions heard. But yeah, so I feel like with Luffy, he, you know, he might hear people say, like, luckily he was out of earshot of that. I don't think you want him to be in earshot when you say that, because I feel like Luffy would get really frustrated by that, because, as I said, it might have a little credence to him. Like, it would be something he's self-conscious about, the idea that he wasn't able to save his brother. So, like, he might kill you if he hears you say that. I don't know. But yeah, and I did not expect that Bart was gonna be like a Straw Hat fanboy. That's a little, like, interesting spin on his character. Although, my only wish now, and here's what I think might happen, is I feel like now that we found this out, Bart's character is completely different, and like, I'm worried he's never going to go back to how he was. You know, like, I like this wrinkle, and I think it's fun. Like, the idea of him being starstruck around Luffy and stuff is like a fun little joke. But I hope that that doesn't become all his character is, you know? Like, I hope it doesn't become like Sanji, you know, getting love heart eyes every time he talks to a woman type deal with Bart. Because I feel like not that it's bad, but I liked the demeanor that Bart had in the previous episodes, and I want to be able to keep that up, you know, most of the time. And then you just throw in some fanboy things or whatever. I think it'd be cool if he sees Luffy and he has to like slowly get over, I mean, because they're going to be facing off in the finals or whatever. He's going to have to probably get over his starstruck nature. And like, I would like for him to slowly get over it. And then once he's over it, he just like talks in a cool way to Luffy. But then every once in a while, he's throwing in like really creepy, like specific details about Luffy. I think that would be funny. Like details that only a true fan would know about him. I think that would be, and then like if he gets really excited when he meets the rest of the crew, that would be really fun as well. So, but I don't know how much they're gonna do with his character. I just think that would be awesome. Very sad, the whole like when Rebecca says like I don't get hungry. It seems like she and her mother were struggling, hadn't eaten anything for 2 days. She said like I'm hungry. The mother said like okay, wait here, and then she found her dead later. So it's like, it's almost like Rebecca is used to, and it's actually very sad that earlier in the episode I was like, oh man, Rebecca is like unreasonably skinny. That's a very sad thing to say in hindsight, because she is probably very malnourished is the main thing. But her like saying that she's so hungry inadvertently led to her mother's death, possibly, is the link that her body would make. Like just the emotions that she would feel of like, that was possibly the last thing she said to her mother. So like it's a fusion of her body being used to being hungry, so she doesn't get hungry, like she doesn't feel that hunger, because I imagine after a while your body gets almost used to it, where it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna even be telling you that I'm hungry anymore because it's not worth it, because you're not getting any food. So I imagine it's a fusion of that and the fact that it led to her mother's death. Anyway, depressing story. Let's move on to the next episode. This is episode 651 of One Piece. Here we go. Okay, recap Rubik's. Here we go. That's right, I just finished a cube just in time, and this episode is going to be called Rebecca's backstory. The soldier's identity revealed. I just saw flowers on the screen, so that's what the episode would be. I mean, yeah, in more ways than one. Oh. He's like a father to me. I feel like he's your father. Better get out there, Rebecca. I think she's in this one. Yep. Buy me lunch again sometime. Oh, I'm rooting for you, Rebecca. Come on. I don't know if she will win, but I would love for her to. So I know she's facing Cavendish. Who else is in this squad, in this area? Ooh, her mum's pretty. Oh, she's so cute. There's an empty chair there. It's possible. Like, isn't it possible that this is just like... Wait, hang on. King Riku. I need to pay attention before I speculate. God damn. Scarlet, okay. I mean, Scarlet's a pretty Western name as well. It's been pretty consistent. Oh my god. Yep, there's Soldier-san. Oh my god. So it seems like they lived an alright life, but then they were on the run, and that's why they were hungry. Oh. Jesus. And she did get food, but she probably stole it, right? Is this Soldier-san? Yeah. Oh, he brought the body. Fuck, man. Oh, but the food. Yeah, she blames herself for it. Herself being hungry. Of course, she doesn't even care about the food. Oh. Oh. God, what a fucking depressing backstory. Yeah, eat, please. Highborn. Well, that sucks. Yeah. Kids will do stuff like that. He's trying. Interesting. So he really turned it around and also like hunted down the previous king and their family. Damn, man, he's strong. Yeah, fuck those wolves up. He's really trying. Man, no. He's so protective. Oh, and she's warming up to him. This is so sad and adorable. It's showing us this backstory before Rebecca goes into fight, so I'm going to be so attached to Rebecca when she's in the Colosseum fighting. Oh, cool. So what happened here that they're not safe there anymore? All right, he can't enter the house. I was just thinking, like, why isn't he in there with her? She's so excited to see the pedal. She's so cute. Oh my god. She's reminding me of Anya right now from Spy Family. He works hard. Oh my god. Oh. And she's like so simply happy. Like these simple things make her so happy. She doesn't need much of a life, you know? They live in a kind of shitty little shack in a small town. And she's smiling the whole time. Oh. You're gonna get shot by the soldier, yeah. Does he like you? Yeah. Poor kid. Let your daughter have some love. Oh no. Oh no. She's kidnapped. Fucking hell. Kill these men. Take that gun, shoot him between the eyes, please. Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Oh, it's fine. He's a toy. He's using the gun as a thing. Maybe he doesn't have any. Maybe it's not. Maybe that's just a. That's just a toy. He did use an actual gun previously. Okay, so soldiers wanted now. I wonder how old she is here. Looks like 13, 14 maybe? Oh, you just started. Oh, she hates this. But he needs to do it so that she can defend herself so that it doesn't happen again. Oh, I'm so invested in her now. I need her to... You know, if she murdered everyone there, I'd be alright with it. What's up, Cavendish? I want to keep Cavendish around. Oh, get rid of the shield. Oh, she's got the pedal. There's that shot again. Yeah, well, that's not hard when she's the only woman in this entire Colosseum somehow. Hey! Fuck you all, holy shit. Oh! That's a nice shot though, I liked the pan. Because she's part of the royal family. Damn, man. Damn, yeah, that episode drew me in. I'm really invested in Rebecca and in her family and in her story. I want her to win this match so badly now. They did a good job at, like, I mean, I was already invested in her. You guys saw from the second I saw that character design, I was invested in her. But yeah, as soon as, you know, we actually like learn properly about her and Soldier, oh man, that really got me. So here's my thought, and I was gonna say this partway through the episode, but then there was so much lore going on. I didn't want to interrupt myself, or interrupt the show. But my thought was like, so Soldier was like, you know, theoretically was a human originally, and Rebecca never had a father figure there in the backstory. So it's like, okay, so beforehand, possibly he was turned into a toy. But it's also possible, because it seems like they don't have any memories of the father being around. It's possible that during that story at some point, like the father was there, but what we're seeing is Rebecca's memory of the situation. So, like, because this is Rebecca's memory, she just thinks, oh, it was always me and mum and we went to sell flowers together and no one else was there. But maybe it was the father was there, and the father was there having dinner with them. Like when they showed that empty chair, maybe he actually was there, but they've had their memories of that wiped and she can't remember. But here's the other thing is, what was the other thing? I can't remember. Let me look at my notes, see if I have it written down there. Oh, yeah, I remember now. So it looks like, because it was as soon as Doflamingo took over, they were being chased by people, right? Like as soon as they got back and found out there was a new king, then they were immediately being chased, and then Soldier-san jumped in and started defending them, right? So what that tells me is that toys seemed like they were like a part of things while King Riku was still in charge. Like, is that the case? Like, because I imagined toys started being part of the society once Doflamingo took over, because I think the toys are a part of the girls, that like blue-haired girls, power, and she's part of like the Doflamingo family. I imagine she's not a part of King Riku's family, but maybe she is, but I didn't think so. I would have thought, you know, he would have gotten rid of all of everything. But if that's the case, was Doflamingo or that girl turning people into toys before Doflamingo took over? I don't know. I don't know, kind of, I mean, I'm not supposed to know yet, but I don't know where the timeline lines up. So I'm curious as we press forward here to see if I find out exactly like where in the timeline toys start being like part of society. And, you know, like, I think it is technically possible, because the first time we saw the toy was immediately after Doflamingo took over, it looks like. So that I don't think we saw any toys in that flashback before that. But like, that doesn't really tell us anything, because we didn't really see much there at all. Like, we just saw them out in a field alone, essentially. So it looks like they didn't live within the main city or anything. So so it's tough to tell. Let me actually look as well. I'm just gonna like quickly look at the screenshots of this, because the King Riku army is setting the village on fire, right? So this is when King Riku was still in charge. I don't see any toys there, right? I don't see them anywhere. And then they're being chased, and our first glance at a toy is here. So, like, it could be, yeah, like, this could be, like, the start of when toys are becoming a part of it. They just said, "Who are you, shorty?" They didn't call him a toy at that point. I don't know. I guess I don't really know what I'm trying to figure out here. I'm just trying to figure out like when toys became integrated. But we'll maybe find out. And if we don't, after I get to the end of this arc, if we don't know, then, you know, you guys can start telling me your theories on where it was. But don't tell me yet, because it hasn't been revealed in the story yet, and I'd rather wait to see if it does get revealed, you know? What else? Anything else that I really want to talk about? No, not really. I'm just like really invested now, and I wanna jump into the next episode. So this is episode 652 of One Piece. Here we go. Shining, learning forever. Okay, recap Rubik's. Here we go. Damn it, I was so close to finishing. I had these two to go. I'm not gonna count that one. This episode's called Rebecca Kills Everyone in the Coliseum! I know I've forgotten to check the titles of the last ones. I'll try to remember at the end of this, during this discussion, to check the titles. Oh, she's fucking pissed at how pissed everyone is at her. Oh, I can't wait for this match. The only setting on fire that's going to be happening with her is her eating the flare fruit. You got this, girl. Good that she's got people here. These guys remind me of the Franky family. Man, I wonder if by the end of this arc she will have the flare fruit. Like, what if Luffy wins it and gives it to her? I don't know. I'm so curious what's gonna happen with it. Oh my god. Oh? Was that Cavendish? Who was that? It is Cavendish. Hell yeah! Can you bring a horse on? Surely that goes over the weight limit. Maybe because he's called Cavendish of the White Horse, they're like, well, we can't not let him have it. You don't deserve to be Cavendish fans if you don't respect Rebecca. Come on, Cavendish, be an ally of women. Oh my god. Hell yeah, Cavendish. Oh, I like that. It's funny because he's kind of white knighting her, which is funny because he's a white knight right now. But he's actually also saying like, hey, if you have a problem with her, don't just yell at her from afar. I love this. Oh, and okay, there you go. I love him, Luffy. You'll come around to him, I bet. He is, but maybe you should listen to his words rather than just going like, yay, you're a good guy. Yeah, I mean, I think it means, yeah, they don't actually care what you say. Okay. There's that shot again. That's nice. Alright, here we go. Although there are only 2 people in this match that we care about, so I hope this is a quicker match. It's basically, to me, it's Cavendish versus Rebecca. Okay, so there are other named characters. Whoa, that's kind of an interesting design. Another woman! Holy shit! Alright, good job, Oda. You put in a different woman in the Colosseum. Well done. I think that's something that Oda's been lacking a lot in these sorts of things. You need more women in those scenes. Yeah, we're going back to this. Oh. Come on, tell us your pass. Oh, damn. Damn. That's cool. Oh, fuck, man. He reminds me of Rui from Demon Slayer. His power does, anyway. No, I just want to know the lore. Nice. He's getting pissed. He's doing the big smile, but he's getting pissed. Oh. Oh, Fujitora stopped him. Heavenly demon. God damn. Law would have died right there. What the fuck is his power? Shit, man. Shit! Shit! We're in big trouble now. Oh my gosh. She put him back in between her boobs. Like she was holding him for a bit. And he's very well loved. Back to Zoro. Oh my god. He's gonna be lost again. Oh! That's smart! Good job! He almost missed it. Yeah, Giola, that's what her name is. I forgot about that. Damn. Treble, Diamante, Pika. That's my age, I think. Is it? Yeah, I think so. It is. I'm 27. Yes, come with us, please. Oh, yes! Violet! Alright. Come on, Rebecca. I want to see you decapitate motherfuckers. Obviously that's not gonna happen, but... Aww. It's fine. Luffy, when have you ever had a problem with that, you know? She can do it. Come on, Luffy, you gotta trust in her strength. Yes! I like how the others are warming up to Luffy a lot. Yes! Nice! I like the animation for it. Nice! Yes! I like how they're animating her movements. Coward! Oh my god. She's doing the opposite of what I said. She's avoiding just killing unnecessarily. Yeah, just to defend yourself. It's just so that you don't get hurt. That's the idea. Oh, man. She fights purely to protect. Aww. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, that was cool, like, grabbing the cape. Fuck yeah! Ah! That was a great episode. Alright, so while I remember, I'm gonna go look at the titles of this episode and the previous one. So this one's called The Last and Bloodiest Block. Block D Battle Begins. Okay. That was kind of my prediction for the previous episode was about the Block D battle beginning, or the episode before that, I think, and I was wrong. Previous one was called Protect You to the End, Rebecca and the Toy Soldier. And then the one at the very start of the video was called Luffy and the Gladiator of Fate, Rebecca. Okay, cool. Yeah, great episode. Really enjoyed that. I'm loving Rebecca. I'm loving seeing how she fights and how, you know, knowing that I'm like emotionally attached to her, and you know, getting to feel this excitement of this battle. They did a good job setting it up because I feel like the first battle, it's like, you know, there aren't that many characters you care about, but it's sort of the fucking, what's the word I'm looking for? The gimmick, the, you know, excitement of the fact that there's a Colosseum battle, that's still like wearing off in the first battle. So like in the first battle it was just kind of cool to see people going up against each other. Then the second battle they show like Bart, and he's like really interesting and you kind of want to know what's going on with that character. And then the third battle obviously has Luffy in it, and now the last battle has like the most emotional investment in it, because it's like obviously Luffy was gonna win his thing, even though Don Chinzhou was there. It was pretty clear Luffy was gonna win, but in this one it's like, yeah, it's Rebecca. This is like a really important one, and she could lose, you know, like I think she will win, but and I've predicted from the start that she's gonna win her own block, but she genuinely could lose, because if she loses, that doesn't necessarily mean she dies or that she doesn't get what she wanted, you know. So could go either way, but I think she's gonna win, and I trust in her. I believe in her. By the way, I was just thinking back, because when we saw Rebecca in, like, many episodes ago, we saw her go with Luffy to a room, and she, like, looked out the window, and she saw Soldier, and she talked to him, and said something like, if I win, can we live together, or something? And at the time, I was like, what's going on there? Why is that happening? I think now I've just put the pieces together on why she said that. Because I think she's saying, if I win, I get the flare fruit. If I get the flare fruit, I can defeat Doflamingo. If I defeat Doflamingo, we can change the laws in the city so that toys and humans can live together. And then I can live with you. That's, I think, what she meant by that situation. Because I think at the time when she said that, I didn't know that toys couldn't live with humans. I didn't know, obviously, that she was trying to kill Doflamingo. And I, didn't know what their relationship was with each other. So that, now that I think I have all the pieces, I think that conversation makes sense again. And it's very nice to actually think about why she's doing that. It's such a simple thing, like taking down Doflamingo's a grand goal. It's a huge thing, but the minor reason for it is just she just wants to live a happy life with Soldier. That's it, like she already lost her mother, and so she's not fighting for revenge. She very easily could have been fighting for revenge for her mother, but I don't think that's what she's doing. Maybe that's a tiny part of it, but she's genuinely just looking for her simple life back. Her simple life of her and Soldier. As I said in their flashback, they were happy being in a small village with just a shitty little house, and there was a few kids around, and they just played with a ball, constantly. And that was it. And they were happy there. They were genuinely happy to just be doing, just be hanging out, doing nothing. And even though he wasn't allowed in her house or anything, they were still making the most of it. They were still celebrating birthdays together and seeing each other every day, and it was really amazing. So it's funny that it did a great job at showing, and I know I'm talking about last episode now in this episode, but now that I know its relevance even more, it's funny that it's not about what they have necessarily. They just, all they want is their connection to each other, and the world's trying to, or the city is trying to take that away from them. So yeah, it's a very sad story, but really cool, really great. I wonder, oh yeah, and then Cavendish. This is the main other thing I want to talk about in the episode. Cavendish coming in there and defending her was awesome. I used the phrase white knight mostly because I was making a pun, because he's a white knight. I don't like the phrase white knight generally because I mean, as you can probably tell, it would be leveled against me quite a lot since I tend to defend women quite a decent amount in media, but also when talking about real women, because they exist too, and I care about them too. I've talked about it on this channel before. I think I especially talked about it in my live stream that I did with Sammy SY, in the one that was on my channel, which if you want to check that out, you can go to the live section of my channel and you can watch this live stream that I did with Sammy SY. I think it was in that one, but it might have been in the first live stream we did on his channel, where I said I think one of the reasons I'm so attached to female characters so quickly is because I have a mother and a sister who raised me, and I mean I have a father as well who raised me. I don't want to act like they were all I had, but I they were very important parts of my life, and also my father raised me to care about them a lot and protect them, and so I think just generally that, has wired my brain over time to be quite protective. And so, yeah, when I'm watching a situation like that, Cavendish stepping in and doing what I really appreciate when this is in a show, which is stepping up and going hey, she's fucking fighting for what she believes in right now, and you guys are just on the sidelines not doing anything but criticizing. And that's, I mean, you can apply that metaphor to fucking YouTube comments as well. A lot of the time YouTube commenters won't be creating content. They will be, and I'm not trying to insult you if you're a YouTube commenter. As long as you're not a douchebag YouTube commenter, you're amazing. I love you, and I think you are invaluable to the YouTube as a whole, and the community and the experience. But, and there's a big but, is that there are people who what they like to do is go and criticize people and get frustrated with them and angry at YouTubers. and talk about, oh, you did this shittily, or you're so annoying, you did this wrong, or how can you do it like this, and or you're ugly, you're awful, you're horrible, you look you look bad today, anything that they could be commenting on the videos. And it's like, a lot of the time what they're doing is they are standing at the side and slinging mud into the ring without ever stepping into it themselves. A lot of people will criticize content that they deem as lazy, which, as a reaction YouTuber, that's something that's been slung at me as well. Luckily, it's generally not slung directly at me. I generally see it slung at reaction YouTubers. I don't have too many people who say it to me directly, but it's happened here and there, like it's happened a handful of times. And they'll be like, okay, well, this is very lazy content. And I understand that generally. Like, I understand, especially when you look at those YouTubers and Twitch streamers especially, who just like, the classic thing of they play a video in its entirety and they just sit there watching it and they go, okay, that was good. And then they like upload that entire thing. That is lazy content, and that is bad. And I think you guys know I don't do that on this channel, on my main channel. I don't just play something, and like people say I talk too much over the content. People say I talk too much in my discussion sometimes. And like that is something that I am adding to the content. It's something extra. And I think, especially on this channel, there's a decent amount of people who have been very, very nice and complimented me on my work ethic, because I get a lot of videos up on this channel, and I try to do it pretty strictly. Like, I try not to miss uploads. I try to make sure that they're always up on time, and if they're not up on time, I let people know as soon as I can, and I do all of that for this channel and for the Gent Watches main channel and my Patreon account. All three of those things I'm running simultaneously on my own. And so when people might type a comment that's like, this is lazy content, it's like, motherfucker, I'm working round the clock to get all of this stuff out and try to make the best content I can make. This is the opposite of lazy for me. This takes a lot of effort, but it's fun content. Like, I like watching TV shows and discussing it with you guys and stuff, but I would not define it as lazy content. But that's, that's the thing. People on the outside, they don't really understand what's going on. They're just ready to criticize. That's what's happening in this battle. I was going to call her Lucy, but her name is Rebecca. Rebecca comes in, and everyone on the sidelines is just heckling her constantly and acting like she's like a piece of shit and a coward, and like, she's out there fighting for her life and for her beliefs. And Cavendish steps up and says, like, if any of you have a fucking problem with her, you should be down in here. Like, if you're in here and you have a problem with her, then at least you can step forward and fight her and like try to prove your worth against her. But she's worked her ass off to be here. And you see this with athletes a lot as well. I mean, athletes will train and get better and better and better, and then they have an off night, and oh god, sports fans will fucking tear them apart for having an off night. But it's like, these guys, they train so much to be here. Just to be, for example, in the NBA, to be the worst player in the NBA takes an unbelievable amount of practice, training, and luck. Unbelievable amounts. Just to be the worst player in the NBA, to be abused by millions of people for how bad you played, So you can imagine, like, the higher players, the LeBron Jameses, the Kevin Durant's, the Steph Curry's, like, those players, you can imagine the work that they put in. Anyway, that's One Piece. I don't think there's anything else I want to discuss. I just wanted to congratulate Cavendish for that amazing performance there. I really liked it. I love Cavendish a lot. He's a great character. I'm glad he's in the show. I hope he sticks around. This arc in general has a lot of really great characters. I think that's something it has going for it in spades. It's so impressive. But yeah, anyway, thank you for watching Dressrosa's episode 652. Make sure to support the video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and go to my Patreon account for full-length early access and exclusive videos. You can get the next 20 episodes on there right now, or you can join my YouTube membership down below to get 1 week edited videos early. So go check that out as well. But thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.